If you're struggling to win online and you can't qualify for champs or even win many games in a weekend league, I've got the video for you today. I'm going to be showing you how you can improve your gameplay. I will be referencing these two videos that are on the screen now, how to defend at the top 1% and my formation. So if you want to see what they are, I'm going to get into them. Now, with the playoffs, you're going to want to treat this as if it's the most sweatiest competition of your life. So make sure you have your substitution sorted out and you have your strongest team possible. So I'm making some changes here because I need to make some changes in my team, basically. So the changes I've made, the tactics are in place. Let's get into the first game. Now, how I'm going to do this is explain certain situations while I'm playing in the game, what you should be looking out for to explain what your opponent's going to do next. So let's get into the first game of the playoffs. So into our first game then. Now, the first tip is a really obvious one, but a lot of people seem to skip this, is always look at your opponent's team, especially this year more than others, because it's going to tell you what formation they're mostly likely going to play in and the tactics they're playing ahead. So if we look at this guy's team, looks like it's going to be a flat 4-4-2, which also implies to me that he doesn't have many roles and tactics in the correct place. Like I say, referenced in the video before, the tactics and roles are mega important this year, and it seems like a lot of people are neglecting them. The next thing you want to do is just pass the ball around for a second, let your tactics go into place, make sure your players are in the right position. Once you know they are, you can then decide. So what I'm noticing immediately is he's trying to man-mark me with one player, which means I can just pass immediately into the space. That's literally like what I've just showed you there. Because he's man-marking one player at a time and not marking the space, I'm going to have a lot of opportunities. That's the first thing. The second thing we're going to look for as well is how quickly he attacks. As you can see that that's a fantastic ball. We are going to get onto the end of it. So it seems to be, in the first couple minutes of this game, he's trying to hit me on the counter-attack and he's man-marking one player and not the passes. So I need to basically pay attention to these situations and capitalize on them. As easy as that as it sounds. And you can see there he is flooding the middle of the park a little bit. So we can basically capture him on the counter-attack here if we make the right passes. So there we go. Now we've got the space open. We've got two men at the top. He doesn't mark the pass. We can open up the space for the turn. Into that finesse. And we've hit the post and not got the goal just yet. But already on our first couple of attacks, we've learned so much about our opponent. One, he's trying to pass the ball down the middle a lot. And two, he's looking to hit us on the counter-attack and not build up the play very quickly. Which means he's going to make risky passes like that and like this. So he's rushing his passing, which means my defending becomes a hell of a lot easier. We can use skill to open up the space if we need to. Cut inside, kick the shot off, and a great save from the keeper. So there are the things I'm already noticing. His defensive movement isn't great. He's rushing the passes. He's trying to force the ball into the middle of the park and not use the wingers or the width. So they already are nowhere to defend in that situation. So what we're doing here now is just passing the ball around until we get the space open and then pulling a shot off. And we're getting very unlucky not to get the first goal. But if we keep continuing with this, we are going to get ourselves a goal. So this time he has gone out wide, but you can see he's already running into the middle to play it in the middle every time. So all we have to do is mark the middle, force a bad pass or a bad touch. Now we've got the counter-attack. Because he's dragged out his winger into the middle of the park, we've got that extra pass at the top of the pitch. And again, very unlucky not to capitalise. But our opportunities are getting super, super high because of how many mistakes I'm noticing from our opponent, especially the one not playing in that position in terms of using the width and coming in narrow every time. So again, he's going to go out wide and immediately he's going to turn in. There you go. And then he's just going to run in the middle of the park. So I know now that he's just going to play in the middle of the park every time. And he's dragged his players out. He's lost his left back at the top of the pitch. He's also lost at the winger, and we can capitalise on this. Little ball roll round, and it's easy as that. We're noticing the mistakes our opponent's making, and we are going to capitalise on them. So every single time I've noticed in these 18 minutes, he's bringing the ball into the middle, he's staying in the middle. Now, every opponent's different, but it is important. Now, we knew he was going to do that from the formation he had at the start. Playing a flat 4-4-2 means he's got no roles on his players, which means they don't react very well, they don't react very fast, and etc, etc. Now, I made a mistake here doing live commentary. It's just one of those things where we do recover with some good defending. And like I said, there is a video on the channel about how to defend if you want to check that out. Will definitely improve your defense. But let's go ahead and move into the next attack when I get a goal. Bad pass from him, as always, forcing that bad pass as mentioned earlier. And I've equally managed to play that bad pass, and that's an unreal ball into the middle. But again, constantly run into the middle, loses that possession. Now we've got the counter-attack. Using the dribble, waiting for that one-on-one opportunity. Bad tackle from him, expected. As we know, he's only playing that role. We just drive through the middle, get the shot off, and again, very unlucky not to get a goal, but capitalise. Quick pass in, opens up the space, and a great tackle. But again, we know where he's going to go with this. Bad pass from him. And again, he's dragged out all of his players. We can capitalize on this opportunity. Going into the middle, reset the attack because he's not marking the passes, just marking a man. Got the pass at the top if we need it. One more if we need it. Back in again. One more. And then we can get the shot off. And again, super unlucky not to capitalize on that, but another opportunity for us there. And again, bad pass from our opponent, straight down the middle. So again, trying to force it down the middle. He's not running with players. He's just trying to pass it through, as you know. We can dribble out the situation because he's only controlling basically the player, not the pass and rolls. Now we've got the ball at the top. Lovely pass in. Great tackle. And now we get ourselves an opportunity here just to drill it. Beat the man, cut the other way. Get the shot off, and there's another goal. And this is all because he's just controlling that one person. He's not marking the passes. Once you learn that, you've got the extra man to play it to every single time. And he's panic defending right now. And as we know in defense, he's just going to run straight down the middle, basically run into two of my players. Nowhere to go. We intercept. Now we've got the counter-attack because his players are out of position. We can catch up on it. Again, he doesn't mark the pass. He only marks the player that we are controlling. So, for example, here, we can just play it back. Play it across. We've got Doku at the bottom. We're going to use that as a dummy. Play it back at the top again. Look for Nico Williams, who then runs into the space for us. Back to Rodrigo. And you can just see how easily it can be for us just to pass it around. He's got nowhere to go. Again, trying to man mark one player. Not a problem. I've dragged him out. Straight into Nico. Good touch in. Got the overlap at the top because he doesn't mark the pass. Going to go for the cheap shot across goal. And then we should have got the rebound there, but we didn't. And a poor pass from me, but we managed to capitalise on it. Bit of skill to get through. Shot across goal, and a great save from Areola. Again, I'm going to go buy Areola after this. And that's half-time. So 2-0. If we have a look at the statistics, I'm pretty sure he hasn't had a shot on goal. And that's because of him going straight down the middle, as mentioned. But let's go ahead and get into the second half. We're keeping him to really low dribbling succession, as you can see underneath my camera, and we're keeping him to really low passing accuracy. Now, it's really important. If you're going to win your games, you need to keep your opponent to bad passing accuracy. That means you are defending very well, and you're reading all of the opportunities that he's trying to create. If you're basically sticking to around 90 to 95% pass accuracy, you are literally in the top 5% of attacking, depending on your opponent. Like if you pass it around the back over and over again, yes, you can boost that stat up. But I'm talking just solely attacking. You can see there, good defense from him this time. I played into his mistake, but he forces that ball into the middle. We capitalize. Again, he's going to go back the other way. He doesn't want to pass. He never passes the ball in the attack. I've noticed he just runs, and that's why his dribble succession is so bad. We get the opportunity to go through on goal. Keepers come out, ball roll round, shot off, and it's blocked, unfortunately. But again, another easy opportunity just for his bad defending, not to do with my amazing attack. Just capitalizing on his mistakes. Again, we know what he's going to do here. He's going to play that ball straight down the middle. I'm marking it the whole way. Don't win it, but again, he's just going to cut back inside like he has done the entire game, and now we've got the ball back straight away. And looks like he's finally had enough on a raise quit here. We'll have to see as we get ourselves through here. Dribble round, get the shot off, and there is another goal. And again, that's just from him making the same mistakes as I've already mentioned. He's not quitting, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this game and jump into the second game. So into our second game then, as you saw that we won the first one, let's get into the second game and have a look at the opponent's team. Now how Foot Champs works is the more games you win, the harder it becomes. So I don't know if it's the same for playoffs, but it's, let's say you've won 4 games in a row, you'll play against people with the same. So it looks like we've got another 4-3-3 here situation. Same back line as the last game. Now 4-3-3 is interesting, especially if he's playing that, but I noticed he had Nkunku as a cam. And that's technically in the wrong position. So that means he won't be on full chem or in the correct role. So that would imply to me that he's going to be playing here as a 4-3-3 but attacking. Now a couple of things I'm noticing already. He's doing the step over speed boost. So he kind of knows what he's doing. We will just pay attention just for yet. Waiting for our team to get into formation, as you're aware. But it does look like this guy has kind of an idea what he's doing compared to the last one. As he does make a mistake though, can we capitalize on it instantly on the counter attack? Now we're going to have a lot of extra players free for us, because of how this formation he uses works. As we bring it down here, looking for the opportunity. Lovely left stick dribble, good tackle. So again, just trying to work out our opponent. We don't need to score every attack. We just need to make sure we are keeping an eye on what he is doing. So it looks like he is playing it more wide than narrow than the last guy. Not down the middle as much. But he does keep making that same mistake, I've noticed. So that's fine with me. As we get ourselves a free kick here on the edge of the box. Nico Williams run over the top. Let's see if we can get a cheap little shot off here quick. As we do, oh, nearly capitalised there. Very unlucky. But again, catching him on a counter-attack. Now, what it seems to me, he doesn't realise that the step-over boost doesn't work as much. He likes skills, but he is doing the wrong skills. Now, I need to be careful here not to make the wrong passes. Play it out of the back. And again, you can see here, he's now swapped to like a 5 midfield, but there's so much space in the middle. And that's down to that Nkunku that I mentioned. Playing in the wrong role and the wrong setup means he's off chem. which also means his players won't move in the right way. As you can see here, we get ourselves a space. Very unlucky not to capitalise there. And again, he's going to hit us on a counter-attack. That's fine. He's going to make a heavy touch. Good switch from him. That's a good play, but nothing to worry about just yet. He's going to play it back in the middle. Yeah, because that midfielder's there. Knew that was coming. And there we go. Win the ball back nice and easy. Again, understanding what your opponent's going to do is half the battle in this game. So we do get ourselves Rodrigo through here. Lovely touch. Keeper's come out early this time and we capitalise. Now, the reason how I got that goal is because I noticed he dragged his left winger right out of position. I always knew he was going to pass in because that's the only position available. But he also dragged his left back out. So there was always that space down that side after that. And that's how I knew I had that through ball. Again, he is very similar to the last guy. Good at doing the dribbles, if you like. And I've seen some of the open plays. But a couple of mistakes he is making is he keeps coming into the middle a lot. People don't use the width of the pitch at all. Like, you've got the top of the pitch and the bottom of the pitch. You don't need to play in the middle all the time. Like, sometimes there's opportunities like here. Just go out wide. And if there's no pass on, then turn around and then go in. A lot of people just stay in this area here. I don't know why everybody does it. But you can see we're just getting the passes every time. Very unlucky there not to get Mendy through. Again, he's forcing the ball out down the middle. It's going to go wide and then cut in. There it is. Shock. And we managed to nearly intercept it. Not a problem. But you can see here, I'm not using my left back or right backs to defend because I know he's going to keep coming in. Now he's dragged out his left back. We got the pass down here. And we can utilise that pace of Neco Williams. Play that ball in to Rodrigo. Rodrigo's then going to take a shot, and there is another goal. And again, we're just using his mistakes at our advantage. I noticed his right back came out of position. As soon as I won that ball, I played it to my left wing because I knew the right back wasn't there, and there's a rage quit. So there's 2 wins already. Let's go into the next game now. So 2 wins out of 2 into our third game. Let's go have a look at this lineup of our opponent and see if he's made any mistakes with chemistry and try and work out how he's going to play and what formation he's playing. So let's see what happens when he loads up his team. So Allison, 4 at the back. So again, another 4-4-2. All of the players are in the right position though, so he knows what he's doing. He's also got chemstyles on his players, which also implies he knows what he's doing. Now we need to see if he's going to switch into another formation in game because they are on full chem. It does seem like a flat 4-4-2 though because he doesn't have a DM. That's my only thing I'm noticing immediately to try and capitalise on. He's got no defensive midfielder. Yes, you could argue Bellingham is good at it, but I think Bellingham's a bit more attacking in my opinion. And already the first thing I've noticed is he marks the player, not the passes. So again, like the guy in the first game, if you remember, lets us have a lot of opportunities of passing. And is he going to make the same mistake as the others? That's offside. Looks like he likes to hold the ball and run. So they're the 2 things I'm noticing. The first thing is he doesn't mark the passes. The second thing is he likes to hold it with one player and run. So for example, we got the pass here, then the next pass. We could just pass our way around this defensive press. No worries. I think he's just offside, Doku. He is offside, unfortunately. I know I missed the chance. So there you go. Should have scored. And he's also staying in a 4-4-2. So again, he's got no defensive players to do the defensive work. As we get very unlucky there. So we can catch him out in the midfield. He's forcing bad passes. Already, again, look, now he's trying to mark the pass. I know he can't do it because he hasn't been able to do it in the first couple of minutes. That's a very good recovery, though. But again, we can just go ahead and tackle because we know in the first couple of minutes that he likes to hold it with one person and doesn't pass the ball very, very fast. So again, we can play the ball here, straight into Williams, into Rodrigo. Couldn't quite get the pass across, but again, we're just going to hold it up. Now he's dragged the centre-back out. That's fine. Got Neco here, or Doku even, sorry. Doku with a bit of skill, opens up, keepers come out, nowhere to go. Gonna have to reset a minute, a bit cramped in here in the midfield at the moment. Do get the space, we get the shot off, and no, we can't. Good defense in the end. We should have had a goal there as well, but you can see every game I'm creating unbelievable amount of opportunities to win this game. Is have opportunities, of course you got to score them and take them. But if our opponent's having none and we can defend our opponent perfectly in his half, there's literally nothing he can do. So again, oh, here we go, there's the goal. And there it is, straight away. Capitalising on his mistake of holding it in the guy in the middle and just absolutely marking all the passes and everything like that. Now, from the kickoff, the same mistake everybody else makes. Straight away, wants to attack. He's got no passes on. Loses the ball here. And there we go. Now we can just go ahead and counter straight away. Because he's using that one person to mark everybody, we can just play the extra pass every single time. Get ourselves open here. Get a bit of pace going. Look for the opportunity. Nowhere to go. Cut it back. Now we can go straight to our midfield because he's not marking the passes at all. Straight into Rodrigo. I tried to force that into Doku there to score the perfect passing goal. And again, he's going to now run out with the midfielder, as we know. Not a problem. I'm just going to mark him. He's going to cut back inside because he doesn't want to play wings. Easy ball to defend. No problem whatsoever for my team because it's not a very good pass. And the player was not even close to running through. And now again, we can just go ahead and attack. We know he's not marking the passes. Rodrigo's wide open in the middle. Little 1-2 there. He's dragged his player out. Don't know if I can play that ball through. I can. He's now going to come over, and we get ourselves the second goal. And that's how easy it can be. Once you understand what your opponent's doing, you can defend it. So you can see that we know he's constantly down the middle of the pitch again, not using the top or the bottom of the pitch. And every single time, he's just trying to score as quickly as he can, not making an attack. Watch football in real life. They don't play football like this. I'm not saying this game's completely realistic. It's not. But people do mark space. He doesn't mark the space. We just get the pass around him every time. We can run a little bit if we want. Play the ball in again. Again, he's going to put one-on-one. No problem. Drag out the midfielder. Reset the attack. There's Doku at the bottom. Every single time that pass. And we've got the wing at the bottom here. We can cut it back if we want to. Unfortunately, he's offside. But you can see there, that's how many opportunities we can get. But let's go ahead and get to the next goal or defensive play. And it's just going to drive out with the player. Easy tackle there. We've got ourselves an opportunity. We've got Neko at the top of the pitch. Great touch in. Going to go for the early shot this time. Bit of luck our way, but we have deserved that after non-stop opportunities on top of opportunities. And again, another game where our opponent hasn't had any shots. His pass accuracy is at 67%. And I'll show you his dribbling accuracy as well once we get there. But because we know exactly how he's defending and how he's attacking, you can see here he had a 68% pass accuracy and again, a 70% dribble succession. So again, keeping our opponents locked in and just learning what they're doing. But let's get into the fourth game. That's 3 wins in a row there, getting us on to 12 points. And we've now qualified for the weekend league if we wanted to start. So into game number 4. And we're going to do the exact same thing again, like every time. Look at our opponent's team. See the formational setup. It looks like it's a 4-3-3. He's got a DM, a box-to-box, and more of attacking midfielder there. But it looks like he's got Rapid and Quick Step on the wing. So Coman with Rapid and Diaby with Quick Step. So that means to me, he's probably going to try to do the speed boost if he knows it. If not, he's going to stay out really far wide and try and get them in. Or he's got them to come in and attack and stay middle. But we'll work this out in a couple of minutes. Just a few variations. So it looks like he's going to go out wide. Switching with a bad pass there. Nearly capitalised on that pass and got very, very unlucky. But it looks like he is forcing the ball a bit more in the middle, like everybody else. Let's see if he man marks the passes or the players. So it looks like he's marking the pass this time. That's fine. Again, we're going to have to do quick passing to open up the space. Not a problem. We're just trying to work out. It looks like he does offside trap as well. So we've got a lot of things to take in here. We did have Van der Beek through there. Didn't play it, unfortunately. Good skill in. Opportunity opened up. And I thought he moved his keeper. He didn't. But again, we're just sort of sizing him up, as they say. Working out what he does and what he doesn't do. Play that pass in, find Nico. Bit of a bad touch there, not a problem. Just going to reset from here. I don't want to get caught on the counter-attack. Always take your time if you need to. You don't need to attack. This guy doesn't seem very confident in defending, I will say. Keeps doing offside trap. I'm going to catch him out with it eventually, as Doku's made a fake run there for me. Thank you, Doku. But again, now he's going to attack. Let's see what he does. Does he go middle? Does he stay out wide? So it looks like I was right then. It looks like he's going to stay a lot of the width. That's fine with me. He's going to drag players out. So again, going right back. We can tackle him. Now we've got ourselves an opportunity. Not really much opportunity to take. There's a bad pass from Nico as well. And he's giving us the opportunity to run in. We're going to take it. Rodrigo with a skill goal. And again, the reason why I did that pass instead is if you watch it back, he drags his player well out. Doesn't switch to the defender. That's the biggest mistake a lot of people make. If you watch my defending video, you'll know that. Is they don't switch to the passing. He's trying to catch up with Gusto. You're not catching Neco Williams with Gusto in that opportunity right there, I can tell you. And that's how we managed to get that pass off in the space, because he just refused to switch. Sometimes people just force you to do the attack. You don't have a choice. You're going to try and do the speed boost in the middle. That's fine. We'll just read that. No problem. Good tackle back. I might actually get caught out here. 1-2. Back into Doku. Got the space in. Bad movement. And then we managed to equalise again. Using a bit more of our higher level abilities there. Green time and shots. But again, staying composed in attack. I didn't talk much in. I am concentrating. Of course, I want to win these games. I don't want to lose. Again, he's doing the same thing. Right back's going to go down the line. That's fine. Wait for the overlap. Again, marking it. There it is. Knew it was coming. Now we can go ahead and counter-attack. Got Neko at the top of the pitch. We already know that he's out of position, and that's an awful ball from our player. But you can see that that's where we're going to catch him out every single time. And that's half-time. So it's 2-2. Much harder game, as you can imagine. We made a mistake. That's my fault for basically trying to do live commentary and making a mistake. But like I said, he's basically attacking far camera. Some people attack close camera and far camera. It depends on their, how they want to play. A lot of lower tier players do that. So he's playing at the top all the time. That means his right back, which is Gusto, and Coman as his right winger, he's just attacking with them. It's almost like there's no players at the bottom of the pitch. He's not really using them. So I imagine he's going to do the same thing now with his left back and right back. So what I'm going to do now is a little trick you can do. Is we're going to have a look who is playing left back for him. So you can see here at left back is going to be Adogi. And of course now it's going to be Diaby. Which, actually, no, it's not. It's going to be that Madri there. So he's playing them two there. That's fine with me. I'm going to make some tactical changes because Joe Linton's doing really well, but I need to get a through ball through. So I'm going to get Verts on, who's got incisive. I'm going to bring Garcia on, who's a bit more rounded. And we're going to keep trying to capitalize on those mistakes he's making. But let's get into the second half. 2-2, much harder game as you can imagine. But I'm not too concerned because I know what our opponent's doing. So again, Verts on. The reason why we brought him on, great through ball. That's exactly why we brought him on, to open up that space a bit more, what Joel Linton couldn't do. Again, I think we just beat the offside trap. We do. Easy goal. And I said to you he was doing the offside trap. We knew that. We brought on Verts for this reason alone, to open up that space with the through ball. Beat his terrible offside trap that he's been doing the whole game. And I mentioned it at the start of this game. I want to rewind. And we've capitalized on his mistakes. So we're picking up on all the things he likes to do. And we're using them against him to our advantage. So again, looks like he wants to come a bit more inside. Waiting for the overlap of the left back now. Like I mentioned, there's going to be Madri and the left back at the other side. And unfortunately, we do turn back into him. But that's what he's doing. Again, forcing that bad pass. Pick up the loose ball here just for a minute. Nowhere to go. We're going to play it back to Verts. And then we've got Doku running through. Lovely through ball to open up. And we're going to get this space every single time now. That's why we made the changes we made. Bit of a bad dribble for me, though. We do capitalise on a bad defensive move. Space opens up. And again, a green time finesse is blocked. Leave it for a corner. Play it back to Verts. Verts can have the through ball to Doku. Doku's going to shoot, and there is another easy goal. Bringing in those players that we mentioned, knowing that he's going to drag out his players and not mark the passes. Playing nice and calm, looking for the extra passes when possible. Not trying to shoot every possibility. Just playing it to our game, and we capitalise and possibly getting another rage quit here when we have. So there you go. That's 4 wins now. A bit harder game, as you can notice, because we've got 4 out of 4 now. The last game is going to be the hardest because we're going to be playing against somebody else the exact same as us, who's won 4 out of 4. But let's get into the last game. So we are into the last game then. So we're 4 wins and no losses. This will be 5 out of 5 if we win this. We've qualified for the weekend league. Now we're just trying to get extra packs. Now again, look at the setup. 5 at the back. A very strong team here. Okay, we got a serious game on our hands. We're going to have to see how he plays. Now, a lot of people that play 5 at the back is because it's so broken again this year. Really hard to break down, and it is going to be a very, very tough game. Now, I'm going to have to see how I do in this. We're going to have to go into ultra sweat mode to basically try and win this game. But again, we're going to have a look at what he does in terms of player switching, how he deals in certain situations. Already noticing immediately he's doing offside trap in the 5-back. Very interesting, as my Rudiger's not going to get that, is he? Doesn't look like he knows how to attack properly in the early stages. But the couple of things I'm noticing is that offside trap immediately. And he's bringing out his Kyle Walker a lot and his midfielders a lot. So we're going to dominate. With a 5 in the back, we're going to dominate in this midfield more because we're going to have more players. In defence, not as much. As we do get ourselves a pass through here. One more. Can we beat Van Dijk? Oh, good tackle. Get away with it, though. Bit dribbling. Got a player out wide here. Tried to do the offside trap. We beat it. We're going to play it back. One more. Into the feet. Turn. Get the shot off early. And we do get a penalty. No, it's not. A corner. So you can see there already, a couple things I'm noticing is he's not very good at defending passes. I'm assuming he's gone for a 5 at the back because he's not very good at defending. We haven't really seen him in attack enough to judge just yet. We are going to try and get this pass in if we can. I force that a bit too much, not a problem. We'll see how he plays in recovery. So you can see here he's very slow going out. That could be a good or a bad thing. We're not quite yet to judge. Looks like he's pushing his left back right out the field, so that's why we've got to capitalise in that left back department. Just got to be careful of his attackers because he's doing the speed boost to be predicted. And again, we're going to go into attack now. Got Rodrigo running. Doku, you can't defend the passes, okay? I'm noticing already we are getting a lot of space in behind. Good tackle in the end. Again, it's going to be hard to beat this 5 back down, but once we do, we can get ourselves a goal. This is where he's going to catch us out with Kyle Walker on the wing. I believe that's offside. He knew it was. Now Kyle Walker's out of position. We got ourselves in a better defensive movement here. Got Mendy wide open because of, well, once he moves out of my way. Because we've got, obviously, Kyle Walker back up the pitch. That's fine. He's going to mark the passes there. We can play it in. Little turn. Oh, Company, good tackle. Van Dijk doesn't want it, though. Bad pass. Capitalise. What a save. How have we not scored that? We need to take our opportunities when they happen. But you can see, very slow coming out of defence. Again, using his centre-back to run. So we can basically capitalise on that. That means he's got a player out. We can play it down straight away while his player's recovering. Look for the extra pass inside. There it is. A lovely touch round. Nowhere to go and a good recovery again. But you can see how many opportunities we've had in this couple minutes in the game already. We've already figured out how he's playing. He's going width. That's a really bad defensive move from me there, though. Should not have done that. Got to be careful. He's going to do speed boost. That's fine. Going to go down wide again. Going to play it in. Apparently, he just makes me for no apparent reason. My defenders can't tackle either. We knew he was going to pass it. Again, watch my defending video if you want to learn that. Don't learn that, though. Crikey, what's going on here? Right, control it a little bit. Going to switch it over for the extra space and extra pass. He shouldn't win that header. That's fine. Right, let's get a little bit of composure here. We lost our composure a little bit. Into that defensive space. Little 1-2. Again, doesn't mark the passes. Again, not many options on, so we're just going to wait. Play it slowly again. Play at our speed, not his, and that's an absolutely terrible pass. I should not be doing that. Is half-time. We are 1-0 down. I'm going to bring on Verts here. We're very lucky not to get that Rodrigo goal. That's all he's done is that one speed boost into green time shot near post. Very, very unlucky. We should have basically guaranteed our goal there, Rodrigo. Again, I'm not worried. We are getting a lot of opportunities. The goals will come, so let's see how we get on in the second half here. Oh, bad pass. We capitalise on it. Again, keeping that high pressure. Like I said at the start, he's very slow bringing his defenders out. We caught him out the first time, didn't score. We've caught him out the second time, and we guaranteed a goal this time. Let's go ahead and get this winner now. Again, he's using the speed boost every time. It's the only thing he knows how to do, so I've got to defend that very, very well. It is easier said than done, but we are doing well enough at this minute in time. Again, Verts being the difference, trying to beat that offside trap as you saw. Keeper's out. We equalise. Again, keeping our composure. He did gritty on us. We brought it back to 3-3. Again, using what we know. Nothing to worry about as of yet. Just be careful not to concede a kickoff goal here. Can we get one back ourselves, though? I'm very tempted to gritty back on this guy. That's a terrible pass from me, though. What am I doing there? I'm not going to get there. He's going to do the speed boost in between the lines. Here it comes. There it is. I blocked it. Bad pass, though. Oh, got away with that. Let's just get to extra time here. We're going to get to extra time now. Crazy sweaty game. Our opponent has a mega team. 5 at the back. Unbelievably toxic, but he does make mistakes in his game and he does panic. We capitalise on it. Now, we are getting into the extra time, so we are going to go ahead and bring on some substitutes. We are looking for pace. So what I'm going to do here is bring on Guerrequez, one of the best cheap strikers in the game, if you didn't know. The defence and attack and midfield, I'm happy with. The only issue we're having is he's got 2 players that are unbelievably good at the speed boost. That's where he's catching us out. It's really hard to defend, especially with the setup that we have. The only thing we can do to basically stop that is switch to a 5-back as well. I don't want to switch to a 5-back. I will be honest. We're going to stay in the formation we're in. We're going to do it with this formation. We already know what our opponent does for mistakes, so we're just going to capitalise on those. Let's just see how we get on. Now, is there going to be a little bit of RNG involved in this? We do get ourselves Verts here. It's a poor pass. This Mayama is unbelievable, by the way. It's the first time I've ever played against her. Lovely ball in behind. Doku on the Verts. Shot across goal. What a save. That's our first decent opportunity. Again, playing it slow at the back is what we like. We know he's going to do it. Going to keep that pressure on. We ain't got long left in this half, as you know. Again, that Mayama always in the way. He's brought on Tonali now as well, I've noticed. We've got a corner now. Get inside, he's going to show us the space. Play it back. Guerrequez we brought on. And again, what a save from the goalkeeper, Vicario there, having a crazy game. Again, slow bringing it out the back. Don't mind that. He's going to play it here. Going to tackle him. Somehow we didn't win the ball. We're going to, again, somehow didn't win the ball. He has changed his up front as well. He's got Luis Diaz on. That's a bad pass, though. So he's made a few subs like we have. I think he's lost one of his speed boost people, so that's actually better for us because he's not great at doing anything else apart from that. We've got space there. Bad mistake from our opponent. We can capitalise. Get away from Van Dijk. We've got Nico at the back. Oh, Van Dijk, again, in the way. Take back what I said about Van Dijk. I thought we had him. We didn't. Again, he's going to play it slow at the back into the midfield. I knew that. Keep that pressure on. Again, force that bad pass. Capitalise on it just before the half. Oh, it's a bad pass from Neko there. And he's kicked it out. It is half-time, so looks like we're going to get to pens if we're not careful here. We've had all the opportunities. He's had none. Can we break down the door here, unlock the door with the key, and basically try and get this win in the last 15 minutes? A very sweaty game. Can we do it? Tonali, I don't mind. Yeah, he's trying to do a speed boost. And he's done the speed boost all the way through. This is all this guy has done the whole game. Oh, FC25, ladies and gentlemen. It's in-form Diaz as well. It's just not standard gold, you know, after everybody else in the team. Right, he's going to time waste now. Yep, I knew it. We've got to keep the pressure on. He's going to pass it around the back a lot. Unfortunately, we've lost this game. So we lost to a guy with the best team I've ever seen. 5 back. He had Company, Van Dijk, Van der Ven. He brought Hakimi, inform Diaz on. The icon in the middle, Mayama. Unfortunately, we didn't win the game, though. We're so unlucky because all he did was speed boost. You see, he had 5 shots, 4 goals. That's how unlucky we've been. Like, again, I will say his passing accuracy and his dribbling success was much higher. That's the reason why he probably won. But you can see there, sometimes there's nothing you can do. People are going to manipulate the game and use glitches. This is going to happen. I'm absolutely gutted we didn't win 5 out of 5, though. It is what it is, though. But the guy had a mega team. We have qualified for champs. That was the goal. We get an 84 plus a jumbo gold pack. But if you use the things that I'm showing you in the video, that is how you're going to improve your game. Learning the opponent. If Vicario wasn't the best keeper in the world that game, we easily won. That's how it was. We do get a walkout for our time, though. Right wing, English. It's going to be Beth Mead, isn't it? Oh, no. Saka. So we get a Saka for our time. Not awful. Oh, no, it's Man City. Never mind. English right wing from Man City. Foden. Okay, we'll take a Foden. Even better. 88 rated. Quite a lot of coins. About 120k there. So that's a really good card to have. But you can see, you know, pay-to-win teams are pay-to-win teams. I had a good team myself, so I'm not going to put it down to that. I'm still learning the game as it goes. I haven't played champs yet. I am gutted that we didn't get that, and the last pack there wasn't anything crazy. But hopefully this improves you and play your games. You can understand how your opponent plays, and you understand much more and learn a few things. Let me know in the comment section down below if you do have any questions about anything, and I will catch you in the next video.